We've got D23 announcements that have recently come out from last weekend. We've got some new gets for both Josh and I, and we've got a giveaway towards the end of this show from Red 5 Designs. Josh? Well, hello, everybody. It's been a couple weeks since we last dropped a show. It feels good to be back. It's good to see you, Josh.
Certainly does feel good to be back. Good to see you, Andrew.
How you been? I know you've been tripping a bit.
It's well, yeah. I mean, aren't we all Aaron Rodgers? Me, fine. No, I have been traveling quite a bit. You are correct. So lots of busy summer. But just yesterday, I was underneath a poplar and got hit on the foot by an acorn. So I think fall's on its way.
Okay.
All right.
It's like your regular old Puxatawny Phil.
It was raining on me. It was raining corns.
All right.
I'll tell you what I was doing under that tree because it was on the golf course. Darn it. Never did when you're under a tree on the golf course.
Yeah, it seems pretty normal. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to those watching live and those on the rewind. I do see some people in the chat that are involved in the giveaway tonight.
Very good.
Remember, the last time we were on, a couple weeks ago, we said if you posted a picture on Twitter or Instagram with the hashtag #FaveMock and tagged us as well as Red 5 Designs, we would put you in a drawing for a Red 5 Design mini book. And this mini book in particular that you're going to get is signed by Greg and Gianni.
That's worth its weight in gold lettering.
Gold foil lettering. Yep. Yes. And we'll even give you a sticker.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, yeah. But we're not going to do that yet. We're going to do that towards the end. Yeah. So, hey, guys. Good day. Those in Australia. Yeah. Cheerio. Those across the pond. And, wherever you might be. Josh, let's start off with our gets today.
You're going right in.
Yeah, we're gonna go right in because we've got some things to look at. We're gonna do the D23 stuff at the end of the show because it'll all tie together a little bit easier. And was it an Andor?
Yep, there's an Andor
clip that you want me to see.
Yeah, the Disney Plus Day special look. And some of you may have watched that. If you haven't, it's on Disney Plus. But we're gonna watch it together here. I've already seen it, but I wanted to get Andy's reaction to it. I thought it was pretty cool.
All right. I'm excited about that. So the first thing, this just came in the mail, and this I didn't bring it with, but I got pictures. Josh has sent you pictures of the box.
Yes. Yep.
Can you pull that up there for me real quick? My pictures didn't come through, unfortunately.
Well, so we kind of have some close-up pictures, a little close-up. It's almost like a guessing game here.
Yes, move the action lever and pretend the AT-AT commander captures R2-D2.
Oh, I guess we have a full one. I'm sorry. Boom. There it is.
All right. The Rebel Command Center Adventure Set box. You know I'm on a mission to collect boxes that complement all of the vehicles and play sets that I have from the vintage Star Wars line. This is one that I rarely see come up, let alone by itself. And fortunately for me, it was under $100.
Nice.
So
it looks like it's in, the corners, but
the corners are got a little bang going on, but the colors are nice. It displays very well on the shelf. I'll post some pictures on Twitter tomorrow. Yeah, what I really enjoy about that is the little badge down on the lower right that says set includes 3 new action figures.
Oh, look at those guys.
Yeah, that Commander R2-D2 with sensor scope and Hoth Luke Skywalker.
We have a couple of those.
We do have a couple of those. In fact, I think we've got all of those right over your shoulder.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. So that's a new box.
That's a good get. That's a good get. I like it. That's fun. And so you're going to display that. I got to be honest with you. Oh, this is the.
It's got the cardboard.
The cardboard backing. So yeah, I have seen it. But when you were showing, when I was looking at this picture right here, it's like, man, I don't remember that little cave.
It's
this
actually.
One I haven't. I don't think I've actually. Maybe I've seen it in your collection briefly, but not paid close attention to it. I don't think I've had this.
Are you sure?
I am pretty sure.
This has the same base as the Kenner Land of the Jawa set, but it's brown. So they just reused the same mold for the plastic base.
Okay.
And then put a different cardboard back behind it.
Got it. The one I had the probe droid, or the probe. What, isn't that the landed probe or something like that? That's a different background. I forget. I don't know. I'm not big on these sets.
With the AT-AT?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's the one I had.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
It's pretty cool. Good get.
Yeah. Well, thank you. That's a recent get for me. I got one more thing, but I'll save that for later. Let's see. What order do we want to do this in? Okay. Before I get to yours, which will actually spin.
Finally.
I got a story for you.
Okay.
Those that follow us on Twitter know that I recently came across a bootleg poster on eBay. And I asked some people about it if they knew anything about it, because while I do, I'm a medium expert on Star Wars movie posters. Bootleg is out of my realm. There's not something I've really collected or sought out or know much about. So on eBay, there was an advertised post for a 1977 bootleg Star Wars poster. And it's very simple. It's black and white. It's not, like I said, it's just simple. Looks cool. And I messaged the owner, who happens to live an hour and a half north of us in Tacoma.
Okay.
Which was nice. I was like, hey, what can you tell me about this poster? I don't know much about bootlegs, but I really like it. They were asking $750. So, so I asked for some information on it, and all they could tell me was that it was found among other original theatrical Star Wars posters, and that it was from 1977, and the size was about 20 inches by 28 inches, which is a half sheet size, or 22 inches by 28 inches. And so I thought, okay, thanks. I'm going to do a little bit of research on this and let you know what I can find, because they admittedly did not seem to know much other than what was right in front of them.
Okay.
So I thought, now who could I contact that's going to know about this, right? Because among our circle, when it comes to Star Wars posters, I'm kind of the guy. There's not a lot of people that collect posters, at least in our circle. And so if I don't know, who do I contact? Well, I sat in on a panel at Star Wars Celebration called Star Wars Poster Collectors Group, and they have a Facebook page. Okay. And I thought, I'm going to open my account from Facebook that's been closed for like the last 7 years. I'm going to reopen it, and I'm going to join that group, and I'll ask the group. But then I thought, you know what? Before I do that, who would you ask any sort of collectible Star Wars question and feel like they would have a basis to answer anything?
You mean in our group?
Just in life.
Steve Sansweet.
Steve Sansweet.
Is that who you asked?
I reached out to Steve Sansweet.
It's funny that, but as soon as you said that, I was like, Steve Sansweet?
Yeah, of course. Steve Sansweet, if you don't know, he's got the Guinness World Book of Records for the largest Star Wars personal Star Wars collection.
He's also got the Guinness Book of World Records
for Star Wars. Yeah, and he's written books on collecting, and he's a wealth of knowledge. So I reached out to him. I said, "Hey, Steve, is this poster real? First of all, and can you authenticate, any sort of, or corroborate any of the information that was given to me?" And no joke, within the hour, he reaches out back. He's like, "This is a bootleg poster from 1977. I can tell you that they do exist. I'm not sure if I have one, and I don't have a way to check at the moment, but if you want, I can. Just give me a couple days." Something like that.
Interesting.
And I was like, you know what? Don't worry about it, Steve. Thank you so much for getting back to me. I really appreciate it. So that was just like,
whoa. This is a better story than what you got.
Yeah. And
no offense.
No. And so like right there, I was just kind of over the moon that like here's this guy who a lot of people know, who's written books, he's an expert, and then he just verified for me that this is a real, this is a real thing. So
I do have one just tag on question here.
do it.
How come Steve isn't on the show today? I mean, what's going on? It sounds like you guys just chat about posters and stuff.
We'll get this.
Oh, okay.
That's a good question.
It's a great question. By the way, Charles agrees. What a great story. That's what I was just
the story's not over.
You hadn't told me this yet.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
And I haven't seen you.
I have been.
We've been busy.
I've
been busy. You've been tripping.
Yep.
And so I get onto Facebook and I join that Star Wars poster collector group. Well, guess who's a part of that group?
I'm going to go with Steve Sansweet.
Steve Sansweet.
I was right. I'm 2 for 2 here.
As well as people who, helped put on that panel at Star Wars Celebration.
Okay.
So
the poster panel that you went to.
Yes. Jason O'Toole, one of our followers who is here in the chat, was also
Jason.
there. He was also there, and it was pretty cool. Anyway, I post the picture. I asked my question. Can anybody tell me anything about this? What do I need to look for? The guy's selling one for sale for $750. But by the way, I will say, as soon as I reached out to him, he sent me an offer for $500.
Okay.
So he knocked it down $250.
Because you may be like a first interest or something, right?
Maybe.
Or maybe like the only interest that might have been up for a bit, huh?
Perhaps. I do not know that for a fact. So anyway, I said, the guy's offering $500. What can you tell me? Is this a good price? How big is it and anything like that? Well, a few people comment like, yes, this is a bootleg poster. Here's the size seems to be appropriate. And then so I ask, okay, so then what's the value of a poster like this? Because I have no idea.
Sure.
But I am a poster collector. And a couple people say you can get one in good shape for about $100. That's not a crazy price. 500 is too much though.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I was like, thanks guys. You guys have been, I mean,
again, I would be, as you're in maybe the rarity realm with bootleg and maybe them being destroyed intentionally and all that stuff.
Well, and of course, when Lucasfilm found out about it, they put the kibosh on it. And so what I was also kind of told too, and I can't speak to the truth to this, but it makes sense. But this was generally like a West Coast kind of a poster. This was distributed, made and distributed along the West Coast.
Okay.
So like Seattle through California. And I don't know if that's true or not, but that seems to make sense at least.
Do you want to bring it up so that people can see what we're talking about?
Yeah, bring it. Do you have a picture?
I do.
I sent you a picture.
I do, yeah.
So then I thanked everybody in the Star Wars poster collector group. And I went back to the owner through eBay and I said, hey, good news. I've found out some information about this poster. I can verify that it is, posters like this exist at that size. So as far as I can tell, that's a real bootleg poster.
Sure.
And it's been verified by none other than the Facebook group Star Wars Poster Collectors and Steve Sansweet, who has the Guinness World Book of Records.
Guinness Book of World Records.
Guinness Book of World Records.
I was teasing you
record
the first time.
for.
I'm just going to correct you.
That's fine. I deserve it.
You do it to me.
Yeah. For the largest Star Wars collection, and so I throw my credentials.
Nice.
Nice,
good sales pitch.
Yeah, and so it's not like I just pulled it out of my rear end, because there is nothing online about this thing.
Ergo, where he might like just throw a random
a
price.
number.
He knows it's old.
Yeah.
Sure.
So he messages me back. He's like, "Are you kidding me, Steve Sansweet? I've got one of his books on collecting." And so like verified, bang, right there. My cred probably goes up with him. And he's like, "That's cool. That the Facebook group, provided information. That's awesome that you talked to, Steve Sansweet and he verified it." And then so I said, your price at 500 is a bit high. They said that if you can find one in good shape for $100, but because yours looks excellent, I would be willing to give you 150 for it and pay for the shipping. And
that sounds reasonable.
I felt like that was a reasonable counter, provided the information that I was able to give him. He said, "Thanks. I'm going to leave it at 500.
Oof.
So I said, No, I didn't. But I said,
did you hear Steve Sansweet?
yes. I thought that's so bizarre because I don't know. I feel like I did my due diligence way more than this guy did.
Obviously,
I was able to provide some strong credentialed resources as to why.
Did you screenshot the email just to prove it?
I mean, I got it. I could. I don't want to do that though because I'm not that kind of guy. I don't think. But it's like, okay, I just laid all that out for you, and what you thought you had wasn't quite as good as what you think.
No, it's like the people that have the first 12 and they want $1,500 for it or whatever.
Yeah, and there's no accessories,
right,
and
right.
And so it's like, all right, that kind of made me feel like this guy was a jerk a little bit. But I was like, come on, man, like I did all your homework for you,
right?
But at the same time, I also had the resources to reach out too. Like that,
he could be looking for the shill. He could be looking for the guy that's just going to pay for it.
That's exactly the conclusion I came to. He's looking for somebody. Me. He's looking for somebody like me when first came across it. But he was like, I was like, oh, doggone it, he's just looking to swindle somebody, that knows just barely enough to be dangerous. And not know exactly. And that kind of bummed me out.
Well, and there's plenty of people like that. Like I would honestly say, especially in this category, that would be me. And let's say, I get some.
Well, it was me.
It was you, but with your resources. But let's say it's me. I don't have, I haven't gone through the effort to reach out to Steve Sansweet, which you have done a couple times. We've tried to get him on and we almost had him, but
yeah, we've talked.
It's a timing issue.
We've communicated with him.
We shook his hand at
celebration,
we're practically best friends.
I mean,
well, you're, but I'm the dummy over here, and
so Sansweet, Filoni,
yeah.
I mean, we're in a text thread now.
Or you're a minor duke at this point.
Yes. Matt Wood.
So anyway, continue.
Okay, so
you just Matt Wood at the end.
But anyway, so this story seemingly has kind of a bummer ending to it because at the end of it, I don't have the poster, and I throw everything that I throw at him, and it's very reasonable, and I even go beyond what they say it's worth just to show them that I'm for real. I'm interested. I'm not trying to lowball them or anything like that. I go back to the Facebook group and I say, update. I give them all the credentials of you guys and Sansweet. I tell them, I lay it all out there. It's real. The size is right. It's from 77. I give them the price that all you guys seem to agree on.
And a higher price, a fair price.
And I offered him $50 more plus shipping. And he only lives an hour and a half away from me.
Right.
And he said, nah, he's going to stick at 500. And they all went, boo, thumbs down. And then a guy reached out to me and he said, hey, I have one. If you're willing to go 150 to me, I'll ship it. He goes, as soon as I get payment from PayPal. So, Josh, sometime next week,
okay,
I will be in possession of this Star Wars bootleg poster.
So it's a half get right now. It's a got.
I've got a tracking number.
It's a get, but not a got.
It's a track. I've got a tracking number.
All right, you want to give that to everyone so they can all track.
So we can all. So anyway,
that's great. That's a good. Look, I would say this, and I was in Facebook groups early when I was really powerhouse and fleshing out a collection, and they're great. As a matter of fact, I never participated in the groups, but I read a ton of comments, and those people are so supportive and knowledgeable. I mean, truly. And well, I mean, as knowledgeable as you can trust, but when you have, people vouching for other comments, it's pretty easy to say, okay, we got two guys who don't know each other saying this is correct. So congratulations, Andy.
Thank you. I feel like the work paid off, and I couldn't have done it without Mr. Sansweet, and I couldn't have done it without the Star Wars poster collector group. So tip of the cap to you guys.
Yeah.
I've avoided Facebook for a long time because I feel like that is a little bit of a scary rabbit hole that I can kind of blow a bunch of money on.
Well, but it sounds like you did it right. You know, it truly is. If you know, look, I rarely post or even look on Facebook unless it's about my kids and my wife's posted something. I always like that. You always like what your wife posts, right?
Always
give support. But yeah, no, that's the one of the great things about Facebook. So this poster we have on the screen is on its way, which is pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. And Pete, you're right. I don't mean to pat myself on the back here, but sometimes patience does pay off. And I feel like I went about it the right way. So
well, the best thing
karma comes around.
The best thing you did was update. And I think the people that are diligent on those chat groups like to get updates on the things that they've helped kind of, like you said, vouch for, verify. They like updates, right? Like they spent the time to respond to you. They spent the time to read what you said and get in on it. And then when you ghost that and they never hear back from you, it's kind of a letdown, right? But for you to come back and update, that probably brought that guy who says, I got one, into like, you know what?
This guy's for real.
He's for real. He listened to us.
Yeah.
For one, he dropped Sansweet's name and Sansweet could pop in because he's in the group. And
he liked the post.
And exactly. I think that helped too. So I didn't know that until now, but I think that probably helped. So that's great. Good job.
Thanks.
All the comments, all the patting of your back is well worth it.
I can't wait to show you guys. Well, I mean, I show you the picture, but I mean, like in possession, on the wall with other things. It'll look nice.
You can see right on the top. You don't have to be some kind of detective. It's clearly been a screenshot here. There's time at the top.
You're right. That's from my phone.
T-Mobile signal strength.
Is it T-Mobile? Yeah, I am T-Mobile.
You are T-Mobile.
I am the Senate.
All right.
So, Josh, you.
I got an interesting get here because this get is like a got that you got getting for me.
Well, it was a team effort.
It was a team effort.
Set it up
on a hot summer day. What am I doing? I'm grabbing a bin. That's what I call them, or not a bin. I should call them a tub, a tote full of random Star Wars stuff. And this happened to have a few pops, a lot of pop. Well, you know,
it had some pops.
Like
it had
pops.
some like mid 2000 carded figures.
Yep,
from Clone Wars. And
you know the tub better than I do because I kind of just grabbed it, peeked at it, and said, "Take that." And what I mean by take that is that you were on your way to a local, which is about 45 minutes away, local
Toy Box Heroes in Vancouver, Washington, which is a place that I go to probably once a month.
I go to like twice a year, but yeah,
got a good rapport with the owner. His name's Nick, and I just dropped off Josh's tub and said, "Hey, what can you give me, cash or store credit for the items in this tote?"
Correct.
And so they took the time to go through it, came back with a number. And by the way, I will throw in that I added a few things too that I needed to get rid of as well.
So this is partially yours.
Nah, it's yours.
Can I safely say an arm is yours?
You can say that, but not a leg. Okay.
No.
So they gave me, because I have the account there, they gave me some store credit, and they do have a handful, not a wide selection, but they do have some Hot Toys and Sideshow collectibles in there, but they also have like Marvel versions of them too. And anyway, it's a store that has a lot.
It's called Toy Box Collector, not
Toy Box Heroes. So there's
Heroes,
a lot of genres, but they do have some Sideshows and Hot Toys that are Star Wars related in this store. And Josh said he'd like to put that towards a Hot Toy if there was one in there, because as we know, Josh,
I do like the Hot Toys.
Josh likes a hot toy. And so I ran down there today and I picked it up. And
you did that today?
Yeah.
Now you text me and you're like,
I'm gonna be just a little late.
Why don't you? Here's what you should put on the thumb, because we do things every. Look, man, we were supposed to do this pod 2 days ago, and life is crazy right now, and this is our hobby. So sometimes the hobby's got to be put on the back burner. But we're here tonight, and so I didn't even know. And I said, "Well, what does the thumb want to look like?" And you said, "You're like, it's a surprise." I was like, "All right, whatever." So there we go.
So because You want to get the Red 5?
Oh, absolutely. I was already
advertisement
ready.
up there.
I'm
So
already ready.
we are spinning the Sideshow collectible. Was it Sideshow? It
No,
was
Hot
Sideshow.
Toy.
It was a Hot Toy?
This is a Hot Toy.
Okay. The hot. We're double checking. This is.
No, I gotta look. I don't want to say it wrong. Hold on.
We will look. We'll be accurate.
We'll get called out if we're not.
Yeah, Johnny will rip us a new one if we don't get it right.
This is a Sideshow.
It's a Sideshow collectible.
For sure.
1/6 scale, and it's big.
It's too big.
It's big. It's 1/6 scale, just like all the other ones that you get.
Yeah.
But it's bigger than all the other
Our
ones.
camera is further back than it's ever been.
Oh, baby.
I don't even have the fireplace on because it covers it up.
Yeah, there's no point.
It's not even worth it.
Not even
I'm going
worth
to turn it on.
Okay, hang on.
Keep talking, Andy.
All right. Do I need to find the spinner?
I got it.
Are you sure?
Oh, I got it.
Because I could totally do it. Are you sure? I'm gonna sweat anyway.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what we got.
All right. Without any further ado,
Without any
this
ado,
is a Red 5 design spinning toy review.
Toy review.
Yeah.
Perfect. Oh, look at that. We got him without his ass.
But now we got his ass. Got your ass.
That's right, people.
1/6 scale Sideshow collectible General Grievous from Attack of the Clones.
Ooh. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a guy that loves to go to the doctor just to cough. Oh, when you have that many arms, you know how many sabers you can hold? Boom!
Four.
Exactly four.
Exactly 4.
Yeah.
This
Oh, Grievous.
guy gets real handsy on the first date.
He certainly does. With the heart of a, I don't know, what kind of heart does he have?
Well, the heart was real until it
It's disgusting.
shot through the heart, and you're too late.
Yeah, he's
You give clones a bad
That's right. That's absolutely right.
So you've got alternating blue and green sabers there. He actually comes with 4 more saber hilts that fit into pockets inside the red part of the cape itself. You've got the Grievous logo on the back of his cape. That cape is nice. It snaps together. It's heavy. It's well made. You know, it's 2-sided. It's got double.
Nearly big enough to wear yourself.
Nearly.
Yeah, it's a. He's beautiful. He's a little. He's hard to set up.
He's
Let
a
me tell
little
you this.
delicate.
Woo. He's not easy. All right. He falls. Look, if I should do it. I think that I'll do it the next time he comes around. If I stomp on the ground hard enough, his face will come off.
Face that is held together by magnets may come off.
Now remember, this was definitely a on display used Grievous. So this isn't a brand new Grievous. So some of the things are gonna be a little loose. Some of the parts, perhaps. There it is. Okay, so yeah, no, he's just gorgeous. He's amazing. Hold
That's
on.
a-
Want to
that's
see if I can do it? Here we go. 1,
Okay.
2. Oh, the magnet does not work so well. I didn't think it would happen.
General Kenobi, can you hand me my face? It's a little Watto-ish, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know.
I see many years of me walking into my collector room.
Yeah, door slam. Your daughter slams her door on the way to bed. Boom.
Someone runs up the stairs too hard. I'll just be picking Grievous's face up all the time. It might just be, the
And
best.
then Bing Bong eats it.
Yeah. Like you said, a touch. There's no reason for the face to come off, to be honest with you. So a touch of super glue is probably in Grievous's future.
Just a touch, just a tiny bit, the tiniest bit.
The only reason we knew that is Andy and I were getting ready as Grievous is just spinning over there, and I think I put my foot down, to get up, like kind of stomped, and then I hear click clack, and it was.
I thought you just sneezed or something.
Oh man, That's so good.
Yeah.
So good.
But I mean, as funny as that is, it's
It's awesome.
it's an excellent sideshow collectible.
And he's got that thunder stick. What's the electricity stick called?
Oh,
We don't know.
Yeah.
Let me grab his parts here. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, is the electrified staff that is guards had. He comes with one of those plus 4 saber hilts. And he doesn't have hand options. He has
arm options.
Yeah.
So let's bring him over here we'll keep him
on the side.
Yeah, we'll keep him
Here,
on the side.
me
But I was going to show you
big? Okay,
I was going to show everybody. So here's his arms, his complete arms right there.
Single arms,
not the ones that split down the middle.
No.
Grievous style. And by the way, I admitted, I was like, I didn't even pay attention that they split. I thought they like popped out of his back or something. That's how dumb I am. Which is fine. I admit it.
So we can go 2 arm option or 4 arm option.
Or 4
out of the shoulder sockets.
And then here's his thunder stick. It's beautiful.
Thunder.
Okay. And then blaster.
I think that's mostly for Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah. It's kind of nice.
But it is a battle droid blaster, so it makes sense that he would have it. Why don't you put your hand behind it or something?
There it is.
There we go. Yeah, one of those. Roger.
And then
anything else of note in there?
Trust me, there's 4 hilts, but they're all kind of locked in their packaging, so I don't want to take them out.
4 hilts with
4 hilts,
sabers.
no saber. So yeah, very.
There's 2 pockets on each side in the red inside of his cape that you can put those hilts in if you just want him to pose without sabers. So
beautiful.
Yeah, that's all you need. It's all you need for him.
That's all you need.
It's great.
The face sculpt, having him next to
the armor,
or no, like just old. I have Mythos Kenobi. That's kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
And man, General Kenobi would be great. He's on my list for sure with the armor. But
oh yeah, is he
he's-
coming?
I don't know. I don't remember.
You got the Anakin.
Remember, they just show up. Okay,
as long as they're not 2.
As long as there's no 2. So yeah. So very cool.
Cool.
Thank you, Andy.
Hey,
thank
team effort right there. Let's
Toy
give
Box
it up.
Heroes.
Nick,
For giving a good price on a tub full of crap. It wasn't crap. It's good stuff. It's stuff he can sell. It's the stuff,
stuff that you're moving on from.
Andy was super passive about it. He's like, "Oh man, come on, it's whatever you want, dude. Just I'll take it down for you. It's whatever you want." And I'm going because I'm like, "What do I don't know." He's like, "Oh, whatever you want to do." And I'm like, "All right, take it." And then I like caught you in the driveway with one more thing, whatever.
Yeah, and take this.
And
this too.
And this too.
And I'm getting rid of my stuff.
I'm just getting rid of the stuff that it's dumb stuff that
Clutter.
Well, pops for one.
You're getting rid of your clutter.
My clutter.
You're
my
moving on
extra
for-
stuff.
Right.
I gave it a try, tried it out, I wore it, tried it on, done with it. All right. Thank you, General Grievous. Signing off.
Cool. It's cool stuff.
Very cool.
Josh, you got into something. You've always kind of dabbled in the 3D arts a little bit. I remember
3D printing.
Yeah, you got a 3D printer a few years ago that used ABS plastics, and we got some blasters out of it. We did.
Did we ever share those? Did we ever share those on the podcast?
Put some pictures up of it
because that was almost like that had been very beginning of the podcast. You and I were making blasters. I was making DL44s like crazy,
and Ray's blaster. We made a few of those.
And you were kind of. And then at one point, I was just printing the parts, and I'm like, Andy, paint them, make them, and you made your own like DIY, which is the same as I did with mine. And it was fun. It was a lot of fun. And as a matter of fact, I think we showed that blaster off a couple places, and people were like, "Hey, we're gonna get one of those," which is funny because that was just a filament 3D printer, not very expensive, like a $800-900 printer.
And looking back, like we didn't do any sanding. We just printed it and glued it together and painted it. Right. So
what's up, usual Mike?
Very rudimentary.
And we even have Galanorian sabers in too.
So right now in the chat, we've got Canada with David.
Okay.
We've got the United States represented. We've got Australia, and I want to say we had a UK in there. Oh, Ed 5. Yeah, he's Aussie too. Man, we're multinational
We're
holocron.
worldwide.
Yeah, worldwide, baby.
Point everywhere. So anyway, what were we talking about? Printing. So I've been dabbling in the printing, and that's real. It's kind of time intensive, and
you print something, walk away. A few hours later, you kind of have
sometimes
something.
it fails. And the printing, my printing platform was like this big. It wasn't very small, so you're printing a lot of parts and putting things together, which is also fun.
Yeah.
But at some point, it gets old, right? Or unless you're kind of doing it if I'm making something for somebody else, I'm making it. It's so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm making it for myself, I give myself reasons not to do it. But if someone's you're like, hey, can I get
hear that, everybody?
Yeah.
If you want Josh to make something, it's much more likely if you recommend it than if he thinks of it on his own.
That's absolutely right. But like anything, it takes work, and then you go down rabbit holes, and sometimes you get lost down there, and you spend more time researching than making. And I got there at some point, and then my printer just was unable to do certain things, but it was still cool. And as a matter of fact, I could fire it up right now, and the filament printer, and it would still print. However, that's not to say that I didn't continue on with kind of
you've graduated.
Yeah, with kind of like I love that I can create something from basically either a spool of plastic or ABS or PLA, whatever you want to, call it, or whatever you want to use. Or I can create something from pure liquid resin. So I graduated to a resin printer. Some of it from a
friend of ours,
a business standpoint. I'm going to use it for more than just hobby. On some level, we'll see how that goes. That was my motivation. But my secondary motivation, you helped me finally, just because I just kind of got it to where there's a lot of research and software that you use, settings that you use, failed print after failed print, because it's a little more sensitive. These resin printers actually are a little more sensitive than the filament, a lot more sensitive, but they're far more precise. Like the things they create are.
So there's more trial and error involved, but the end product is of higher quality.
Much higher quality.
Okay.
Yeah. Much higher quality, a durable quality. If you've ever encountered a 3D print, heck, when we were at Star Wars Celebration, there was a guy just handing out Solo and Carbonite 3D, little 3D prints, which were awesome. Like they would literally fit in a Slave One, 3/4 Slave One, no problem. Or even the Razor Crest. They were great. They were handing them out, but those are kind of like, that's what you're getting out of these things. And so a resin printer is like a next step.
Okay. So when you told me that you were messing around with your resin printer, I very quickly shot back with you. Hey, can you make one of these?
Yeah, you were like, because I'm like, I don't know, because for me right now, I'm really just testing my ability on that printer.
Your acumen.
Yeah, I'm learning, and the only way to learn really is to dive in and do it. You can only watch so many YouTube videos before you.
So, what'd you make?
I'll show you what I made. You want to see what I made?
I want to see what
you done talking about it.
Yeah.
So here's what I made, and we'll see if you guys can recognize from the first piece. I'm going through. There's an iconic piece I just can't put up first. All right, we'll go with this one. The most blasé of all of them. Come on.
Okay.
All right.
You guys know what that is? Do you have any ideas?
Okay.
Right.
We'll
That's
do
nice.
All right. Really fast.
All right.
We'll go fast for these. There's no reason to hold them up too long.
Ooh, this is a little more recognizable. Ooh. Okay.
Now, I'll point this out in a second, but I'm going to go through and see if we have guesses in the chat before I go all the way. There's another one. There's another one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I can feel your anger.
I'm going to wait because I know there's a delay. Anyone have a guess before I give?
Oh, what's the fourth?
Oh, wait, there's a fourth one. Here's a fourth one. Oh, Dave McFadden with our first correct guess.
The Scuba Pete said door number 2, but that feels like a bathroom humor.
Yeah. Oh, man. All right.
TIE Fighter, no.
And then finally,
yes, David.
The most iconic.
Yes.
We know what that looks like, right?
We sure do.
All right. And so really what I want to focus on here is if you look at the back of this, and I'm going to see if I can get the scroll, the crawl view here. Dang. Come on. I don't know if any of you are experienced with resin or not resin, filament 3D printers, but they leave a lot of traces of their creation. And these resin printers, this looks like it came out of a mold.
It does.
Like it's even it's as sharp as I can get it here, but it looks like it came out of a mold. So and then this is part of a larger project, and these are just a few pieces. This happens to be kind of a shell that you put in the back to make the wall solid, or obviously you have the pill holes, then you can put a backing on here and get, you know, some lights back there, you know, LEDs or whatever.
Yeah, or you could put like a colored paper with some lights behind it too.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I didn't load them. I actually took video of the process that I went through. Today, I took some videos to share with you guys, and I forgot all about them because a resin printer is completely different. A filament printer takes you know, basically a nozzle and just draws lines back and forth,
traces over the top.
And I know plenty of you have seen this, so I don't have to talk about it too much. But it draws it back and forth, and then repeat, and it just builds and builds and builds from you know, the top up. Well, a resin printer has a vat of liquid resin, and it drops a flat tray into it, and basically underneath that vat there's a clear sheet. And underneath that vat is a screen that just flashes UV lights in the shape and the patterns necessary to create it. So not to bore you guys, but basically it builds from the kind of the bottom up, and it pulls the stuff out of the vat slowly as it goes up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, re-layering and relayering. And because of the nature of resin, and look how like this is, like, you can't do this with, I mean, filament prints will probably go that far, but this stuff is tough enough. I mean, I could drive a truck over it. So anyway, and this is like 1.5 millimeters. So very, very cool stuff. And I do thank Andy for giving me something that I could try and like have success with on this printer, because I have other motives to do it. But super awesome and really fast comparatively. If I were to print 4 of these, let's say 6 of these on a resin printer, it would take the same time as it would to print 1 of these on a resin printer, one of these guys.
Okay.
Because it's going layer by layer, and as I have a sheet that can hold 6, each layer is a flash all on its own. On a resin printer, it would take 6 times as long, because it has to draw this one and then come over and draw this one and then draw this one. So repeat after that. Anyway,
so here's my next question, Josh. Are you going to give me those, or are you going to build something with it?
Well, Dale's top. I'm trying to see what Dale's saying here. It depends on which way it's facing, Dale. I'm just saying. Anyway, top down, when it dips, it builds on the bottom. Anyway, so yeah, you're right. Depends on which way it's facing. Well, like for me, it went like this. It went layer or clean, you know, detail side is the last layer it does. Last few layers. So yeah, so what I'm actually going to do with this, Andy, is this design came from Thingiverse, which is a free STL file site and platform, and they offer a lot of, like, that's where we found the original DL44.
Yeah.
And then there's people that take those and they kind of tweak them. Let's say that the original model had errors, they'll fix them, or they'll make refinements to them or whatever. And I found this on there from a good company. I wish I had their name, I'd call them out. But ultimately this is going to be like the hanger. These are all parts for the hanger. And so there's a hanger door or opening.
Oh, the blast door
opening. You know, it doesn't have the doors, but it's opening.
Like where Vader and Obi-Wan cross sabers.
So literally a great diorama to put Vader and Obi-Wan in, you know, surrounded by that Death Star scene. And so
you gonna paint it?
Yeah, gray. It's going to be tough. Gray. I mean, these are already gray. They're just a little too light.
Just a little darker gray.
A little darker gray. But I think these were originally for a 6-inch scale.
Okay.
Which would be a 1/12 or whatever. And then I did some math and got them down to a 3 3/4 scale for you.
It was
and I checked with the math teacher.
It was valid.
To see if my math was right. Yeah. And so anyway, so yeah, they're very cool. Resin printers are awesome. They're not cheap. They're more expensive, but you can get a small resin printer for $1,000.
So a small, it's just based off the platform size, right?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
so the printer itself really is the same. It's just how big of a, like, could you make a helmet out of yours?
Yeah. So I've actually watched a video with my exact printer, which is a Peopoly. I always say it wrong. It looks like people, but it's Peopoly L, which is large. And so it's a large format printer. Actually got it from our buddy Keith. And I watched a video of a guy that printed a scale Black Panther helmet. Now that's really form fitting.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably because you can angle these and drop them down and have them print, which you need to anyway, with supports so that they can kind of fit. It doesn't have to be like perfectly flat, like helmet up type of print. You have to actually angle it and make sure that there's nothing that's going to fall off when you print it. So that, like a Mandalorian helmet, probably have to do that in parts. Okay. Like the dome, like the top, or the face, something like that. So
okay.
Yeah, and like GeForce saying, you can get a quality printer for $200. It's going to be a smaller format. What are those GeForce? Those are the not the Echoes, or what are they called? I'm new to all of this in resin. Resin was just out of my realm, but it's very cool. Yeah, so super cool stuff, and we'll show you if we get this done. If I can finish this out and part it out, as far as putting it together. I mean, there's beams, there's floor. It's crazy. So, yeah, awesome. Yeah, GeForce, obviously in the resin. I mean, you can make amazing miniatures with this, like really high quality miniatures that you can immediately paint.
Can you make your own board game for Settlers of Catan?
Absolutely. It was made for that. I think that was the initial. Yeah, Elgu. Thank you. I said Echo, but Elgu is what I was thinking of. Elgu makes us
Eglu.
Or Eglu, sorry.
Eglu.
This is me reading it in my brain. That's how my brain said it when I read it, because I was ripping through it and I don't care.
All right, Josh, thank you for that. We look forward to seeing what else you come up with and how it goes all together.
Well, you had talked to me about doing small format, like, would you say 1/3 scale or half scale helmets?
Half scale helmets.
Half scale helmets would be kind of cool if they come out easily, not easily, but nicely, after proper setup. And you could make a little, I can imagine a shelf full of these little helmets that you paint yourself and dial in. So
be kind of fun little hobby.
Yeah.
Here's what we need to do now.
Okay.
A couple weeks ago when we were last on, we told our viewers that if they wanted to enter in to get a mini book from Red 5 Designs, and this mini book will tell you exactly what kind of card back you have if you're into mint on card or collecting card backs.
Hold it up.
Sorry. Tell you exactly what kind of card back you have, what other figures came with that card back, and how rare it is, and what other kind of stickers and other promotional badges it had on it. The Red 5 guys donated a couple for us to give away, and this one is autographed by none other than Greg and Johnny themselves. So we had a total of 16 people.
So that's like a companion. That's like a card back companion there.
Yes, okay. for the big book that's coming out probably in the next month or two.
Okay.
There were 16 people that took us up on that offer, and I've created a little spinner to eliminate. See, I want to share my screen.
You do.
Over in the Chrome tabs, over to picker wheel.
Is this how you pick kids to
in
take
class?
Out the trash?
No.
Okay.
So we've got 16 people, and some are in the chat with us tonight. Got a little video going on. Okay. So as we spin
advertisement,
as we spin here, we're gonna spin down to the last one.
Ooh.
So when I spin on one,
no, we'll do it.
Yeah, but as we it'll make you think that they won, but what we're actually doing is eliminating down to our last.
This is an elimination spin.
It's an elimination,
not a win
spinner.
spin.
So you can see some of the names on this. And so I think, Josh,
ready?
We should get this going here.
Let's get it going. Here we go.
First one off the board.
Music. Oh, we're getting sound too. Fantastic. How long does it spin? Is it for 7 minutes?
Good question.
Are we gonna lose?
Good question.
Oh my God! It keeps going. It's gonna take all night.
Papa Gord.
You're out. Yeah, congratulations. You're out.
You get confetti, but you're gone.
All right, spin again.
Hang on,
It looks like it's bigger. It looks like it's bigger. Yeah.
That's what she said.
All right, keep spinning. Yeah, look, he's unchecked, right? Yeah, he's unchecked. We're good.
Next one off the board is. Oh wait, you know what I should do? I should say PC Load Letter. Thanks for participating. PC Load Letter's favorite mock was the Star Wars Stormtrooper. Okay.
Papa Gord.
And this was PC Load Letters.
No, but what was Papa Gord's?
Papa Gord's was the Star Wars version of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Got it. Okay. Spin again.
All right, we're gonna hide the choice.
There you go.
Remember, these people entered by using the hashtag #FaveMock and posting a picture of their favorite Minton card. Oh, Super Awesome Geek Show John, his favorite Minton card, and he actually owns one of these, was a Star Wars Stormtrooper and a Star Wars Darth Vader. He put 2 pictures up there. He could not decide between the 2. Thank you, John, for participating. We certainly have enjoyed that friendship over the last couple of years.
Guys, we don't know. Is that what we're asking? PC Load Letter?
Right on Fett, who is in the chat tonight.
Matt's already complaining he's not on there, except I can see Matt from Enid right on the wheel. Matt, stop it.
You're there. Brett on Fett, guess what his favorite Minton card was?
What?
You're wrong. It's 2-1B.
All right.
You would have thought Fett.
I would have thought Fett.
But you would be wrong.
It's 2-1B.
It's 2-1B.
Bye, Brett on Fett.
See you, Brett. Thank you for participating with us.
A big boo. All right. Here we go.
Yeah. You and Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
And this is AJ. AJ's favorite Minton card was the Empire Strikes Back Bespin Luke.
Wow. I like that one too.
That's a good one. It's classic. Thank you, AJ.
Matt just wanted to hear his name. We get it, Matt.
Matt celebrated a birthday last week.
Happy birthday, Matt.
Oh, chocolate chip Wookie over in the UK. Mark, thank you for participating.
He's probably asleep right now.
He's probably asleep right now.
And you just like he's having a nightmare right now because he just lost.
This is bad dream. Bad dream. He's having a forced vision. Empire Strikes Back, Boba Fett.
Congrats on that.
Having that favorite mod. Next off the board is gonna be
Bread on 2-1B is his other YouTube channel.
That's funny.
Less popular.
Yes. And ooh,
that was close.
Nick. Oh, from the Wills podcast. I don't know if that's his actual handle, but I figured those that watch us would know, and Nick would definitely know too. Nick's favorite Minton card is he went sideways on us here. He's like, I don't know if this counts, but I really like the 12-inch version of the R2D2.
Classic Nick.
Just going off the page.
Classic Nick.
That's why you don't win, Nick.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry, Nick. Congratulations on almost winning. That's why you don't win.
Yeah.
Stick to the rules.
Stick to the rules, Nick.
What's going on, Anthony, YouTube fan?
Hey, Anthony.
Good to see you.
Got here just in time for Jedi Kyle Katarn to get eliminated. Jedi Kyle Katarn's favorite was the Star Wars Farm Boy Luke.
Not bad.
Minton card. A classic.
A classic.
All right, we're getting
and
down
also
to
valuable.
Yeah, we're getting down to the last 8, the grade 8 here.
Grade 8. Here we go.
We've eliminated half of the choices so far. There were 16 to begin with. Darth Del Rio. Darth Del Rio's favorite was the Return of the Jedi, Luke Skywalker.
Hasta la vista, Darth.
And there were the Magnificent Seven.
Here it goes, man. Awesome graphics, great sound effects. This is tops.
Long spin.
Long spin. I bet you could set the spin like
Probably could.
that. Well, no, we got to keep it fair.
I was in a rush.
Oh, Matt just had a heart attack.
Fifth Care Bear Josh. Thank you for participating, Josh. Josh's favorite mint on card is the where's your name, Josh, on my list? It is the Return of the Jedi Snowtrooper. Snowtrooper on Return of the Jedi card back.
Interesting, yes.
And yeah,
why not? That's very unique.
Very unique.
So also a figure grab for Kenner Hasbro for sure.
Sounds like your ice cubes in your beverage there. Frank.
Oh,
Mr. Gaffon. Frank, thank you for participating. His favorite mint on
good night,
card
G-Force.
is the good night, G-Force, buddy.
Thanks for showing.
Yep. The Star Wars R5D4. You know what? That's a closet favorite of mine too. I like that one.
Come on out,
because it's got Luke on it as well, so you kind of get a twofer.
That's right. All right, here we go.
We're down to 6. 5 golden people.
Rod.
Golden. CJ at the Cardiac Drop. Thank you for participating, CJ. CJ's favorite was the Return of the Jedi alternate card, Darth Vader.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, that's a goodie. Then
I don't have that one. I have the other one, right? Mine's out.
Yeah. No.
I got Anakin on mine.
Oh, that's the sticker. Yeah.
I got the sticker. All right, here we go.
What do we got left here? We got Lobot. We got Psy. We've got Vader Rapina. So speaking of Psy, gone. Saigon. Saigon.
There it is.
Psy here, Saigon. His favorite is one he recently acquired from none other than me. The Return of the Jedi Biker Scout.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's a classic. Yes, it was. Sai, thank you for participating. And now we've got Vader Rapina, who is one of the original followers of the Holo Chronicles.
It's a kind of an OG gathering here.
As well as Matt from Enid, one of the OGs, and then a newer follower, Lobot. But still, I think he's been with us for about a year.
Sure. There we go. Yeah, you can't say, we said all their names, so now we can't be blamed for it. Oh, man.
Lobot. All right, Josh. Guess who Lobot's favorite mint on card vintage figure is?
Oh, is it your favorite figure? FX7 or
whatever? It is not. It's actually Lobot.
It is Lobot.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
It's on the nose. Empire Strikes Back card, Lobot.
All right. And then there were 2. This is it.
We're going to eliminate one and win at the same time.
Okay.
The runner-up, who gets nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
tick.
Matt, so close.
You wanted your name said, and now it's been said.
It's been said. Matt's favorite is the Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker mock.
Wow.
Card back.
Did you say we had? Did you say we had?
But this is just tonight.
I was nice. All right.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for participating, Matt. Thank you for being a longtime listener.
Of course.
Longtime follower. Which leaves us with our buddy Scott.
Spin it again. See what happens.
That would only be appropriate here.
Oh, yeah. Well, and Scott's out now, too.
We'll get him his.
And there it is.
All right. And there's our winner, ladies and gentlemen. Scott at Vader Rapina. Guess who his favorite
Darth Vader, something.
Star Wars card. Darth Vader.
Nice.
All right. Well, thank you. And Scott, I'll get a hold of you, and I'll send this out to you here as soon as I can.
I thought that was pretty fair.
Yeah,
All
it was
right?
very fair. It was
All right.
unbiased. Thank you for Red 5 Designs for sending us this book that we could give out to one of our faithful listeners. And
It's
again,
awesome too.
it's
by the way.
autographed and
It's fantastic.
it's a pretty cool little book. So yeah, thank you for that, everybody. Now,
Andy,
I'm going to stop sharing.
okay, I already did.
Oh, you did.
I stopped sharing a long
Okay.
time ago.
All right.
I got you. I got these producer creds over here.
Yeah, you did.
All right. Do you want to go into after hours time? We can give people a pass if they want to roll, but this is something I thought would be a lot of fun for us to do.
Well, let's tell them and let them decide. Let's give them the freedom of choice.
Free will. Okay. There's a little show coming up. What is it? The 21st? What are we? We're a measly 6 days away, 5.5, 5.25. If you're in the UK, 5 from.
No, if you're in Australia.
I don't know how the world works.
Yeah, it spins.
Hey,
Rolando.
what's it called? I forget the name.
Andor.
That's
Yes.
it. Andor. Coming out.
What do you want to do right now? So we can sign off for those that need to get to bed because we're West Coast.
We already
time.
said it. We're signing off. See
But
you guys. Thanks for joining us.
What will they want to come back and watch us do if
they want to? So what we're going to do is we're going to watch together, all of us. Maybe even risking getting banned. I don't even know how this works.
Well, our audio might get.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We're going to go as far as we can because we're going to watch together.
Well, if you're watching live, it won't.
Yeah, probably in the end. Or we might just get kicked off. If we get kicked off, we love you guys. Thanks for watching. But we're going to watch, it's like 8 minutes long, and it's the Disney Plus Day Andor Spotlight or special something. I forget. It's on there. We're going to watch it together. We're just going to get a reaction. I thought it was very interesting. And I want to get Andy's reaction from it because we get.
I haven't seen it.
At the very end, we get like, I don't know, I think it's like 4-minute clip from the series. Yeah.
Okay.
And it makes you feel good. So without further ado, let's add this. Let's drop us down here. Get out of the way. And are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay.
Am I going to be able to hear it?
You should. Here we go.
I can hear it.
Excellent.
Andor is a prequel to Gold. We really had to do some locations.
Look at that location.
That really great bones. Look at the scale and the bones of this, and what.
Well,
can
a lot
we
of it
do
was
with
shot in
this?
England.
We want to take the best of what we
Look
get
at that.
from Star Wars. You get
Love
an
it.
incredible aesthetic, and you get an incredible tactile feel of all the things that they've built over the years, and the tradition of the quality of all that is fantastic. And you're like, well, okay, let's take all that and expand it out a lot more.
Listen to this.
The music was there. I was performing, and I was. We've all done terrible things on behalf of the rebellion. Spies, saboteurs, assassins.
This is the trailer. Yeah.
Cassian Andor, I'd like you to go with me. Don't you want to fight these bastards for real?
We've chosen a side. We're fighting against the dark.
Did it just start another thing?
This
No,
is the trailer.
I'm just saying. I think they close it with this.
Set in motion.
Let's call it
It's worth watching again. Yeah.
People are standing up. Everything I did.
I mean,
I did for the rebellion.
listen. I already said it.
Oh, I think we got cut off.
No, everyone's fine. We're good. No, we didn't get cut. Everyone was commenting still. So I'm just saying that I've said it. Oh, it was fun while it lasted.
Yeah.
It's
Matt
fine.
just texted me.
It's good. It's all right. Got nuked. Good. Worth it. Good night, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We'll take a nuking for you. We made it through most of it, though.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I think we shut her down.
They're still commenting. Are we dead? Can you still see us?
Are we silent or did the video go?
Interesting that it went down that late. Took them a minute. Oh, we're back.
Are we back?
Yep, we're back. Yeah, we took it down when we got in jail. We got taken down. We're good.
We got our hand slapped.
Good. All right. So first thoughts on what you saw there. My thoughts are, I don't know. I've said it and I'll say it again. This is, Rogue One to me was the most mature Star Wars I'd ever seen.
Rogue One, baby.
Yeah. And by mature, I mean, I don't know. I could identify with it not on a mystical level, like through the Force or a even a sci-fi level through the weaponry and all that stuff, but just kind of a human level of struggle and strife and real character emotions and connections to each other. It was good, and I think this is going to eclipse The Mandalorian with really no problem, but not eclipse it. Not eclipse it. Let me just say that differently. The Mandalorian is awesome and is fun and offers the true Star Wars experience. Let's put it that way. The truest Star Wars experience since Star Wars. Whereas
because it grabs from the widest pool of fans.
It does. It grabs from everything. You're grabbing fans that weren't fans because they want to see the cool characters that were built from The Mandalorian. Andor to me is that, like, oh, you want to get down into the trenches with Star Wars. This is how you're going to get there. And that's what I want to see. It seems real. It seems gritty. I don't know. It's I think even the reason I'm going to say this is already in my head. I think one of the producers was like Born Legacy, or was that director Born Legacy? Anyway, it's kind of got that feel of constant combat, constant strife,
intense.
Yeah. So yeah, hot take alert. Sorry, but I'm okay.
No,
I'm okay with that.
You've been consistent in that opinion from the start. So it's not just, you're not just trying to grab a headline there. And I know people that feel the same way as you. I don't see how it will top The Mandalorian from just a popularity stance, and I don't think it has to. I don't think it needs to. I don't think it's intending to. This is a different audience. It's a different vibe. It's a different. It's everything. And I just go back to, I mean, you commented while the video was playing, like, can you imagine what it does for an actor or an actress to hear the music that is
amazing,
supposed to be playing during the scene that you're acting out? Think of, up until now, I've never heard that happen before. And so you've got all these people who are playing parts according to how they see it on paper. But you and I both know sound takes a scene to a whole nother level. And if you are acting it to that whole nother level, you're bringing out a performance that is probably going to be another level to match it.
Yeah, sound is emotion. I mean, sound is definitely emotion, especially the music that's played in the Star Wars. I mean, some of the most musical scores, or emotional scores ever created are Star Wars scores, or let's just say John Williams scores.
Yeah.
So to have that in there, I mean, you watch let's say you watch that same trailer and you cut the sound, the music, it's not as powerful, right?
Yeah.
We are a musical creature. But yeah, I thought it was great.
That's going to be incredible.
It's going to be incredible. And I do want to, I'm not trying to backpedal on my take. But you said it really well when you said Mandalorian brings in all the elements that Star Wars eventually. I don't think New Hope was intended to be this all-encompassing movie for the audiences. I don't think it was supposed to bring in kids. I think George Lucas is really trying to make a serious,
Well,
space western
yeah.
with a little bit of comedy.
I mean,
You know,
he's always said that he made it for kids.
he did eventually. And definitely the prequels pulled that out of him.
Well, and even Return of the Jedi, I think, was more
With the Ewoks, I get it.
was more for kids too. But
I think, hold on, from a business standpoint, you wouldn't say that Lucas probably understood that the toys, where it became, he may have unintentionally, and we'll never know. Lucas can say that, and we'll believe him. We'll never know if originally he was trying to make it for kids, but eventually it just made sense to make it for kids. It's too cool to not make it for kids. So, anyway, I just think that this pulls it in and kind of says, hey, it's not for everyone, but it'll be for the people that like, I don't know, great acting, intense storylines, and the ability to tell Star Wars in a way that doesn't involve mysticism, as far as we know.
yeah, there's going to be a lack of Jedi in this.
Well,
I strongly feel that.
Oh, it has to be. Just like Rogue One had a lack of Jedi, a distinct lack of Jedi until the end when we had a Sith, right? But no, and that I think is more for us, like Earthlings.
Question: you think we're going to see Vader in this at all over the 2 seasons, or is he just going to be kind of out there
with Kenobi? It would be. I don't know if I want to see Vader. I'd prefer to see
Tarkin,
Akbar, like a young Akbar coming up or whatever. I'd prefer to see those characters. I
swear they said Biggs in there, like Biggs Darklighter.
I didn't hear that, but we'll watch it again.
Mentioned.
But I'd prefer to see like I said, the non-mystical, the non-powerful, comparatively, characters get, Mon Mothma. I'm so excited to watch her develop, as a senator, I believe, up until as a pacifist who then just realizes she has to go to war, which is crazy.
She's gonna get her hands dirty.
Krennic, we got a
potential Krennic sighting
from what's his other YouTube site?
Brett on 21B.
Brett on 21B says rumor we'll see Krennic. I love that.
That'd be cool.
That guy deserves to be seen. That actor, that character. So again, it's going to be awesome. I won't, put it up anymore, but I challenge you. I don't know. Let's go another hot take. Do you think Andor will be better in the first 6 episodes than Kenobi? And not from a nostalgic standpoint. I'm talking from a content quality standpoint.
Yeah,
I agree. Could be better in the first 2 episodes. You could be not. I don't want to say this like I thought this today, but I'm gonna agree with it. The love of Kenobi and the love of the idea of Kenobi kept me waiting for the next episode, but not with bated breath. It's like, okay, it's gonna get better, and then it's gonna get even better.
Yeah,
I didn't think it was bad.
It was a slow burn up to the last couple episodes.
It was a good story. It wasn't an exciting story, in my opinion, but it was a good story.
Right.
So there you go.
Okay. Real quick, Tales of the Jedi. Well, the Mando 3 trailer that dropped was the one that dropped at Celebration.
Yeah.
But so let's say this. I hope it stays completely on Mandalore. I don't want us going to different worlds. I want the drama to happen there.
And you saw the trailer. It looks like we're going to Mandalore.
We're definitely going to Mandalore. In fact, there was some live action locations that you saw in the Clone Wars. So I thought that was kind of cool.
But you hear him say to Grogu, you want to go on an adventure? So you don't know.
I think that might be like the last scene on the last episode after everything's wrapped up. And that's how they get to season 4.
Okay. Well,
I don't know.
I'll tell you what, I have no issues with Mandalorian. I've had no issues with what they've done with that. I just think Andor is going to be that kind of like, I don't know, CSI, the gritty, not CSI. I don't think that's gritty, but the gritty
7.
Cool. That's 7. Jeez. What's in the box?
What's
in the gonk droid?
What's in the gonk? Okay, so real quick, then we'll put a pin on this D23 info. Tales of the Jedi animated series. It's supposed to be 6 episodes, 2 dealing with Ahsoka, 2 dealing with a young Ahsoka, even younger than what we got in Clone Wars, and then a young man, Count Dooku, and then I think the last 2 are like about Yaddle or something like. I can't.
I saw
remember,
Yaddle in there, but
there was a Yaddle, but
I've only watched it once, so I haven't like totally committed to memory. But I do like seeing Dooku.
I do too. That's
because the Dooku book was great, and
you get to see
Wranglers.
Padawan Qui-Gon.
Exactly,
And
which
so
is also great.
So you'll get to see how some of his opinions were formed about what to do and how to do it. I love that. We'll get to see, ultimately, I think Dooku is a sympathetic character. I know his hands are dirty, but I
Dooku
think
was fighting for his planet.
I think his intentions were good. Well, the road to hell is paved with good intentions, but he got in bed with the wrong people and was not able to get out.
Yeah,
and that's
or his convictions kept him going the wrong way. But
he's Anakin light, I think, in that regard.
There you go.
He had good intentions, but he got in bed with Palpatine
power,
and that was, on the one hand, alluring a little too much, and then got into some quicksand, and before he knew it, he was in over his head and could not get out.
Well, he had to use like the dark side, I think, to control that weird dragon thing on his planet that saved it. So that if you read the books, that was weird. I forget what the name of that thing was, but again, I'm a 2-take, 3-take person if I want to commit to memory. So I'll just say weird dragon thing when I don't know the real name, and other people are like, "Oh God, dude, that was the crocodile."
Are you speaking Klingon over there?
Yeah.
That's a different podcast.
It's a different podcast. Okay, thank you so much for sticking with us till the end here. We will pick up some other details. And by the way, the next time we come back, we're probably going to have an Andor under our belt.
Or three.
So
it's coming out in a trifecta.
Yeah, so get ready for that. We'll see if we can get booted off of YouTube. Trying to watch that together.
That would be awesome.
It'd be great. It's a way to go. And all right. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for sharing with your friends. And
thanks for all that stuff.
Go play with your toys.